Hi there. This is Frank Klesitz, the CEO of Vyral Marketing. Thanks for clicking to watch this video to learn how to get business from your database. If you're a real estate professional and you want more people calling you to sell a home or to buy a home, the cheapest, least expensive way is to round up all of your contacts, your past clients, your sphere, your unconverted leads, all the people in your Gmail or Outlook, and start getting a 36-touch plan in place to stay in touch with them. And if you're watching this, you're probably interested in doing it with video. So I first encourage you to go to our website, getvyral.com, and download the official video marketing plan that you'll see right on the homepage. I would recommend that you read that. I also teach marketing class every single week that you can register and request access to, which we do for all our clients here. And you can come to my marketing class every single week. And then when the time is right, just like Todd, who you're going to meet here in a minute, April of this year, signed up for our service to help get the execution done. You can do the execution on your own or give it to someone on staff, but it might be more cost effective and just easier to give us the money to do it. That's the product we sell. And we're going to dive deep with Todd today about basically why he decided to get a 36 touch in place, how it worked for him, what topics he sends out, what's working well for him, what's not working for him. And then maybe we have a little coaching call to maybe help you what your next steps are going to be, Todd. But you've been selling real estate your whole life, haven't you?
Pretty much second generation. So I would say I was born into the business.
So tell everyone a little bit about your market, your average sales price, how many homes you sell. Give us a little context before we get into the interview today.
For sure. I've been in the Orlando, Florida market. I've been selling here for 20 years, been in the business for 25, started out as an investor, flipping houses for the first 5 years, did that right out of high school. Been running a team for the last 10 years. And, our team's now, grown in the last 3 years, we've been on a trajectory for growth. And we're at 15 agents now with 4 in office support and 3 VAs helping. And we're going to close just over 200 homes this year.
That's great. Good for you, Todd. Good for you.
So
man.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been a good 2020 and 2021 so far.
Well, it's good to say that you had a good 2020. Good for you.
Yeah. That was our best year ever and my personal best year selling real estate. So with everything we were expecting at the beginning of the year, it was like crazy to see what happened and us to hit the numbers that we'd never hit before.
So you just became a client back in April. If that's correct.
Yep.
Can you tell me why you made the decision to pull the trigger on giving us money there's so many vendors. Think about it, man. How many people over all these years, how many people have hit you up to sell you stuff in real estate?
It's we get calls every day. And it's what the funniest part is when you got one vendor calling through another vendor's phone number trying to sell us a product like Zillow to Realtor.com or whatever.
Wow, very creative.
It's awesome. I've been looking at y'all stuff for a couple of years now, and I finally pulled the trigger. And I was always afraid of video, and not where I wouldn't record, but I wouldn't, for me to get on Facebook Live and stuff was hard to do. And I was also coming up with topics and putting it together. And I think this year was just a little bit better than any other because now I've got a full-time marketing person in my office. That's all they do. And so that's someone to help, babysit me through the process. Not that you have to have that to do video.
And Todd, move your microphone back just a little bit.
There we go.
So,
not that you have to have a full-time marketer in place to do this stuff, but it helps because I'm going in 22 different directions when they can say, okay, Todd, 1:00, we're doing these videos. Here's our topics. You write the content because you're obviously the one who does it. But, we'll put the plan together and then, we'll get it all shot. And whether it's scripted or not scripted, it's someone helping push me to do more of it.
Is this person in your office or are they a virtual assistant?
Yes. Nope, this is someone who's in my office.
Good for you. That's like the hardest hire in a team is the marketing person.
It is. And we have somebody she does all of her photography, video, and everything else. So she's in our office working directly with me side by side.
Great. Oh, you're going to do so well. And then you hired us to kind of lever her up so we take care of all that work so she can focus on other stuff.
Correct. Because if we can outsource the editing, that's the biggest time consumption. The editing and the marketing behind it. And what you guys have.
Yeah, the writing and then posting it and proofreading it like 10,000 times. Yeah, trust me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so why, did you just get a database marketing plan in place? Were you doing something beforehand? You've been selling real estate your whole life. Why wait till this late in the game to do something like this?
Why 20 years later start working on your database? It's a great question.
It's a reasonable question. You've been in business for a long time. You're taught. Really, I want to hear it. You're taught to stay in touch with your list, send out regular stuff. You hear it's like beating over your head nonstop.
Most of my business is all repeat and referral. I do still buy leads because we're always trying to build our database more and more. But majority of my business is repeat and referral, and I'm, in my mid 40s, still selling houses to friends from high school. And that's most of my business, ironically, is them or their friends. But why now? Because we're trying to level up, and we need to, as we're trying to grow, I need to have stuff for my team and try to be more professional in what we're doing. We've always relied on the drip campaigns or the little random emails that will go out, a variation of things that will help push us.
It shows that you have about 9,800 emails in your list. 20 years in the business. We went through your Gmail and your Outlook and all of your contacts. We got about 9,800 scrubbed emails. And they're all getting your 2 educational videos a month. How do you come up with your topics that are actually relevant that people care to see?
So, I mean, you can find the topics through a variation of places. Google what's going on in your local markets. Go on if you're familiar with Keeping Current Matters, the KCM blog, get that.
It's good, isn't it?
It is. It's very good. And
they do a really nice job, and it's cheap. It's like $20 a month.
Yeah, and you can basically script it word for word if you wanted to, because they've got the whole thing written out for you. Throw in a teleprompter and record away, and you've got your topic for the day or the week. And then Inman News has got some great stuff in there, kind of the hot topics. A few more of those news sources we're pulling stuff, and also just seeing what other agents across the country are doing. They just did this fall video. We like what they did, so let's create something with a similar headline.
Are you on like other clients' lists? Do you other clients' videos?
Keep up with your competition.
Yeah. And we also publish our weekly newsletter every Saturday. We pull like the top topics for the week, and like here's a featured video.
Yep. And then, we'll look at that as well. I mean, that's a big thing for us.
I'll tell you, Todd, if you really want to step up your game with your content, comment on news.
Okay.
Go to Google News and just type in real estate, and you'll find so much stuff right now about real estate prices and what's going on from like the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Post, national news sources.
Right.
And then comment on it about how that relates to Orlando.
And what will you see happen there? I mean, just more stuff coming to you?
Well, it's just a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Plus, it really helps the YouTube algorithms. So without getting too crazy, but like, a lot of people are not in the real estate world, but YouTubers are trying to figure out like what to publish, right?
Okay.
After you kind of answer all the same darn questions over and over.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many questions you can answer if you've been a client for a long time. What they're doing is they're paying attention to real estate news, and they're just giving their commentary on it for the local market.
Okay. I mean, that's a quick coaching lesson right there. It's perfect.
So think about it. Yeah. Well, that's why we do these calls. I think you're doing a good job. I think that could be how you step it up.
That's our goal is
because you're trying to level up.
Every month we're trying to, what else can we add in? I mean, we're using your client marketing. Now we're using the recruiting class. So same thing. How can we level up our next thing that we're trying to attack? Well,
that's what's really cool. So you have this in place, this 36 touch program for your entire database, but you also really wanted to ramp up your recruiting.
Right.
So you asked yourself too, how could I use the same Vyral system to recruit agents? And I think I look at your list, you have 5,200 agents in your recruiting list.
Yeah.
Are those warm?
They're a mix of warm and cold.
But there's probably some relationship there somewhat. Those are the people who want to mail.
Yeah, there's a handful that we've been in touch with in the past. I mean, a lot because right now they're just on the list. We're halfway through the class. I think we're trying to figure out more ways to get in touch with them more organically, I think, and the softer approach versus just getting our stuff.
So you heard about this 6-month class.
Yes.
Like, what is this nonsense? The 6-month class? Who teaches a 6-month class? And you signed up for it. Why?
You have so much in the background to put together. It's been awesome so far. I mean, things we're learning every week, and you keep it small enough that there's some good time for Q&A, and our admin are in it as well, who are helping put the thing together. So everything you've taught us has helped get us to the next step with adding and building a business around recruiting.
If you're watching this, there's 2 workbooks we have at Vyral. There's a video marketing plan, which is 20 pages. That's pretty entry level to get you to basically sell you on the concept that you should probably stay in touch with the database. You can get that on the homepage of our website. But I also have, I think it's 300 pages. I have a whole workbook to execute really deeply how to get buyer and seller leads with Vyral marketing for my weekly marketing classes. So make sure if you're watching this, reach out to us to get a copy of that and read through it. And you'll see about 12 years of marketing knowledge in this space on how to crush it with buyer and seller lead generation with kind of more of a database marketing approach. But there's also a recruiting workbook that I think I sent you before you signed up for the recruiting class, Todd. It's 24 lessons And I walk you through how to use, kind of this database internet marketing approach to attract agents to you. And you can get that workbook too. If you're watching this, reach out and I'll send it to you for free.
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to help us become the authority figure in the marketplace, and which I think is huge.
Yeah. So this is a huge shift. I got to go deeper here, man.
Okay.
You go through 2020, the world changes. I also think in Orlando, do you have a lot of international buyers out of state?
We do, yeah. I mean, we got everyone's coming here because of our state's open, but you don't have to sit there and show certain things to do things. And our tax base is real low, so everyone's getting out of New York and California. But we have a huge influx of international coming here for vacation homes, everything.
Tell me again, where did the motivation come from to sign up for Vyral marketing and the recruiting course at the same time? You gave us a lot of money because you really wanted to go after the marketing. It sounds like you're just in a place where you're able to focus on this more because did you bring your wife into the business?
She's in the business with us as well. And it's, I've decided this last year that I want to grow, exponentially with our business. And I'm still in production. So it's hard to be in production and do all this stuff. As I've backed away this year, last year, I think I did 70 deals personally. This year, I'm about 35. So half what I did last year, but more time to focus on the business versus in the business. And so growing our team has allowed us to spend more time working on the business to grow it to where if we don't want to be in production, we don't have to. And we've got the right people around us. And, the recruiting for me has always been a challenge. The last 10 years running a team, I've always been a 1 or 2, 3 person team. And so it's finding the right people, how to get out.
So hold on.
Yeah.
You went from a 1, 2, 3 person team to completely scaling up while you're in production and recruiting.
Yes.
How do you, in the past 2 years?
In the past 2 years, yes.
2 years. Dude, what was that? I'm just curious. After all the years in real estate, what sparked that shift to do all this?
It was our coach Mike Gerbic, who at the time goes, guys, if you're gonna hire me, we're gonna grow and we're gonna grow at a rapid pace. And he just put some systems in place for us to push us to grow and want to grow more and what the growth could look like. And so
Mike Gerbic's a great guy.
He is, yes. And his first call is we're going to go
chilling out down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he is. So I hated his coaching calls because he's always got the water behind him or something. Going his island wear or whatever. It's great.
So what does he think about all this you're doing?
Oh, it's been great. For us and the stuff he's got in place to help run the business. And obviously, before we were coaching with him, we've seen your product before, we've seen your stuff before, but it was his extra push to say, okay, guys, you need to add Vyral into your market. 1 for clients, 2 for the recruiting. And obviously with our company, we're trying to grow our business just outside our team. So we're trying to add this as a platform to grow, nationally as well. And that's helping us.
Yeah. When did you switch to EXP?
2018 December. I'll be on my 3-year anniversary here in about 2 weeks.
You're kind of an early adopter in that.
Yep.
Were you down in Vegas? I was just there.
Yeah, I was in Vegas.
Did I meet you?
No, we didn't see each other. I know you were there.
Okay, because I'd be really embarrassed if we said hi to each other.
Nope, didn't see you, but I kind of did my thing while I was there. I tucked myself in the corners. I saw everybody I wanted, that I knew, agents that we had in our organization that were there and a few others. Okay.
So main 1 or 2 reasons, why you keep giving us money. What's the real value here? I want people to hear it. Why do you keep spending money on this or us? Why do you keep writing those checks? What's the main benefit? Whether it's the plan or hiring us, I don't care. But not a lot of people do this type of stuff, Todd. This is really advanced stuff, and you're spending the money on it. I want to hear the real reasons why.
Well, we like you, so we want to give you money. Isn't that good enough?
That's good. Yeah, I'll take that.
No, it's 2 different businesses. You got to look at your database as one business. The agent attraction / recruiting for your team is a totally separate business. So we're not giving you, a bunch of money for one product. We're giving you money for 2 different systems. One to help.
It is 2 businesses.
Yep. One to help build our database further and communicate with them more, and create more content out there. So when I'm in front of clients, they're like, yeah, we saw your last YouTube video. I was like, which one? Because I've done so many. I'm like, I forget which one they just got sent or which one they've seen. And now we're using retargeting ads with those same videos, so they're seeing it more often. Which the best is my son's friend.
We're going to talk about this week in the recruiting class.
Perfect. That's going to be good. it was great when we started doing the retargeting. My son's friends are getting my videos. I'm like, how about we up the demographic age? Because nobody at 14 years old can buy houses. But
unfortunately, you can't. Facebook doesn't let you.
Correct.
I know.
Well, it's hitting the back end on their video games and stuff or when they're watching their YouTube videos, our ad will pop up and they're on their parents' account. So it's just funny. It's working. But then our clients start saying they're seeing our videos. So that's what I wanted to have happen. And you guys have won. If I got to pay you a bunch of money to get me to get out in front of people, it's working. And so that money I've paid has gotten me to go create content, create videos, and do those things. Now,
good for you, man. Were you a little scared to make videos and jump into this?
No, I mean, you would have seen me. I mean, I've got to level up my microphone. I got to level up my camera. It's a slow roll. Like I've always wanted the green screen room. So now I finally got it.
Let's talk about this. We can make you look a little better. What type of camera are you on? Are you in the Logitech C920?
No, we're on a Spadal live camera, USB port. It's nothing fancy.
I'm going to send you one for free.
Awesome.
I'm going to ship you the Logitech C920.
Okay.
That's my gift to you.
Appreciate that.
And you should have gotten that when you signed up. It might have been shipped to you, but it'll be sitting in your office. You might be surprised.
It might be.
It might be. I mean, you'd be surprised how many clients we ship this stuff to. And like, oh yeah. But you have a great microphone. You're on the Yeti microphone.
Yeah. Yes.
Remember how I told you to move that microphone away a little bit? That's because there's air getting into it. You need one of those little pop filters. Go.
Gotcha. And I have one of those.
Yeah, that keeps the air out of the microphone when you're talking into it.
And I need to use it.
Lights. So you see how you have lights behind you? You're a little dark. Go to Elgato. I'll do it now, but Elgato, Elgato, and get the Elgato ring light. You'll look amazing. You already sound great, and you'll have a good camera. I'm on the Logitech C920 right now. That's the camera I'm using.
Okay. Well, I'll have to see if we've got one. I mean, I've got a flown runner somewhere if you've sent it to us, because I have the stuff you guys sent. It's just a matter of I had the other one hooked up, thought it was fine, but apparently it's not. It's
just that we can make it. Yeah. I'll always give you tips on how you can make things better. You're talking to the wrong person. I can go down a whole rabbit hole of how crazy you can get. Trust me. All right.
Oh, it's not a cheap business to be in as far as getting into video. It's like funny how much more stuff you buy.
I'll also tell you this: like, there's a point of diminishing returns. Like, I think if we spent maybe $200 or $300 on video equipment, you look really darn good.
Yeah.
Every more after you spend after that, like, it's really more of like you're doing it for yourself because you like how you look. The audience will not know any difference. Right. Right. I think there's no return on investment on your video spend after maybe a couple $100 on your stuff. Right. It's purely like art.
Right. Exactly.
So, okay. You're growing your database. How many people a week would you say your team speaks to about real estate?
I mean, if everyone's having the conversations they should, they should be talking to at least 10 people a week, 2 a day on real estate. So it should be a couple hundred, a week. So you're talking 150 a week we should be speaking to.
Okay. Are they asking for email addresses and bringing them into your database?
If most of the inquiries that they're speaking to are people who have inquired into our websites, we've already got their email.
Yep. Beautiful. Great.
Yep.
All right. And then you're sending them all your 2 videos a month on the core program.
Yep.
Per the Vyral marketing plan on the homepage of the website.
Yep.
Are you doing anything with the reports that we send you, the people that open the emails and click the links?
We are starting to reach out. We haven't before, but we're starting to reach out to them just on a subtle basis to say, hey, whatever the topic was, to try and dig into it a little bit more with them.
Inviting people to a seller workshop that you hold as a webinar is really good to get your agents to call if they're not really sure like what to say. Toss a seller workshop up on Eventbrite, and it's a whole reason for your agents to call to get comfortable with that.
Right. We've got to put a plan together for that because I know it was one of your last classes we just did, and so it's just putting the plan together for that. And I've done a seller workshop before in person, and that was hard to put together.
Yeah, just do them online because it's not the workshop. It's the excuse for your greener agents to call. Yeah. No, it's all about the invite. I mean, we just hosted a pie event this weekend, and everyone's like, well, I'm not going to be here. I'm like, it's not about being here. It's about the invite. If you can get in front of people, it's about the invite. Yeah. Whenever I hired brand new people trying to get them to make calls, I'm like, all you're doing is reaching out to an event to invite them. Yep. Oh, I can do that. Much easier. Yeah. Much easier. Yeah. Okay. So you got that. Yep. And that's the program. Yep. Consistently add emails to your list. Publish 2 educational videos a month, and then prioritize your follow-up with the people that click the videos. It's amazing. Right. And essentially, you're going to start doing that same thing with recruiting. You have all these agents, and you start publishing coaching and training videos. Yep. Right. And then you're going to prioritize the people that follow it to probably invite them to your events, your 3-hour business planning workshops.
Yep. And we started doing some events, and we were trying. And what I liked about what you guys had was you're putting the specific action plans together for us to follow. It's like a business already, like a business in a box, kind of like I looked at EXP. It's like, here's your plan. If you do this, it's not going to fail. And everything's there.
It's not. No, if you do it. Todd, you're so busy, dude. You're in production. You have a team of 15 people. You're doing the recruiting thing.
Yep.
How do you find time to actually get your videos done? Be honest.
Do you know how many appointments I cancel on my calendar with Ashley about doing videos? A lot. But we've also said she'll just grab 4 times on my calendar, 4 hours a week on my calendar, knowing we'll probably cancel 2 of them to record. And what's funny is the videos should take 15.
She just books 4 times and hopes one of them hits.
Hopes one of them hits, because something comes up, whatever. And
if you ask the question, you're gonna get the answer, and I got the answer.
Yeah, exactly. But you can forecast your calendar as much as possible. I mean, we just closed on a house up at the beach that we're gutting. So today, my morning was supposed to be a 10 and 11 o'clock call. Well, I had to cancel those because I'm over to kitchen store at one place at 10, going to another flooring store at 11. So, personal gets in the mix of business. But you've got to prioritize your space, and it's. I would love to be able to say we can keep everything that's going on. And some of those videos we record should only take 10 to 15 minutes. But if you looked at the amount of bloopers like you guys just sent out for us on the Thanksgiving, that took us an hour.
Those are fun, aren't
and
they?
It was a freaking 1.5-minute video. But, and she got a clip of me saying, I'm not thankful. No.
Todd, when are you the calmest? When is your mind the slowest?
When I walk out of the office. I can't even say that. Probably when I'm at the gym, because I'm actually doing something, normal routine. That's between 5 and 6 in the morning.
I think this Riverside. So we're using a program called Riverside.fm for this interview right now.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's really cool. Riverside.fm, because it's recording my video right to my hard drive, and it's recording Todd's video to the hard drive, and then we can edit it at lossless resolution. Right?
Nice.
Versus that's why it looks good. That's why we use Riverside. Versus Zoom, you're recording the live kind of lost stream. You're recording the internet version. So I think we may be able to interview you on Riverside, and you just FaceTime on your iPhone. I think that's the case on Riverside. Why don't you ask who you're working with here if you could do it either walking out of the gym or into the gym in the morning when you're the freshest? Just think about it. And we can do it right from your video camera.
Okay. But
the best time to record content or to create content is when your mind's at ease.
Yes.
If your day is call, shifting gears to that problem, shifting gears to that problem, shifting gears to that problem, and then you have to record something, you're just you have decision and thinking fatigue to think creatively. Right. Would you agree with on that?
And that is totally what happens.
It's 100% what happens.
We got to do them in the mornings when my days, just before my day gets started.
I really think you do. I mean, you're on the East Coast time. Yeah. We're Central. So we may be able to make a morning time a little bit easier for you. Do you want to shoot them at home versus in your office?
No, it's got to be in the office, because I got 2 dogs barking. The minute it was funny because we'd get on our coaching calls with Mike, and we would try and do them at 9 o'clock on Fridays. And the dogs have been out, they've done their thing. Yeah. And all of a sudden, why does the puppy need to bark from 9 to 10 to go do something? Yeah. It's go lay down. So I'm an office person all day long. If I can get in here earlier, the better off I am.
Got it.
Out of the house.
You said your marketing person does video and photography, right?
Yeah, that's what her specialty is.
You might want to bring them in, and they can shoot it with you and make sure it's hold up just for the appointment.
She's the one holding the camera.
Okay, perfect. And then you cancel.
Yeah, and then I cancel on her. That's what I mean. She's in the room next to me.
You're a busy guy, man. I totally get it. But maybe think about how you can maybe Riverside might be able to work on the iPhone. You can possibly check it out. All right.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check it out.
So, dude, you scaled up and you have support staff, and your personal production had to cover all those fixed costs. And it's super stressful as you're training up agents from scratch. But now your agents are starting to become productive, and you're lowering your own personal production to kind of hit that ultimate goal of business freedom. Plus, you're working with me to build your EXP downline essentially along with building your team. You're hitting kind of a 1-2 punch with that, right?
Correct.
Good.
What we like about it.
What are you doing to build your EXP downline?
Right now, the people that I've attracted into the company are just people that we know who have inquired to us. I'm not one that's out there like running around town speaking on stage everywhere and have that big authority. We're trying to do it through just people that agents that we've worked with and having some conversations, show them why we moved, what it can do for them, not pushing. But I've had some people I've been talking to for 3 years that are finally making moves. So just through subtle conversations, and I haven't made it my primary focus. This next year is not my primary, but my secondary focus. Primary is keeping our team rolling, where I'm more out of production, sooner than later. And I can work on this with your systems and others we've got in place to attract, through variation of mediums coming in.
Would you look right into the lens in the camera? Would you sum up your experience with viral marketing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, viral marketing for us has pushed me to go beyond what I've done in video before. It's given us topics to talk on. It's gotten us doing it for the limited cost that you guys charge us. The value, there's so much value being brought to us. And, it's been an exponential thing for us, getting out there and doing the videos. And Erica, who we work with at your company, she's great, especially we were doing the Riverside and originally helping me get comfortable on the video, having me slow down, walking me through the process. Everything's been, I should have done this 5 years ago when I first, saw your company.
How do you know it works?
How do I know it works? Because we're getting people, when I'm showing houses, they're telling us, thank you for the emails. They're seeing our videos. The videos are being published just beyond an email that's sitting out there. When they say they see our stuff, that's when we know it's working.
Cool. Todd, thanks for your time today. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it, Frank. Everything you've done for us has been great so far.